Hello, class, and welcome today. I see you guys coming in. Good job. Welcome. Hello, hello. We're doing
Hi.
science, and we are going to start today off with the plant dance.
I'll get you. Let's see, you probably are gonna have to put it on another piece.
I'm going to mute everybody. So today we are going to be doing the plant dance right now while we wait for everybody to come in, okay? So let's take a step back, and we are waiting, and we're going to do the plant dance, okay? So everybody step back from your computer. Ready? Flower, stem, wide, leaves, leaves, and down to your knees, and sun, rain, flower, faster, point to your neck, leaves, leaves, roots down to the floor, and up to the sides, shower, seed, flower, faster, oh sorry, oh I messed up, let's do it again. So now we have more people, so let's do it again from the start.
Hi,
Flowers,
Jason.
flowers, stem, leaves, everybody leaves, stretch, roots go down to the floor, sun, rain, seed, flower, ready, faster, roots, leaves, and roots, flowers, stem, leaves, and roots.
In your business and social media, more than ever,
Stop.
business media is how we communicate. Okay, you've got to be on Instagram. You've got to get
Good, go faster.
anybody telling you otherwise, or anybody who told you otherwise is wrong. Do not listen to them.
Down to your feet.
Communicating with people in the modern way that people talk.
Honey?
If I was you, if I were an F50 leader, I would be doing a daily Zoom call with my team, even if it's 50 or 20 minutes.
Faster.
Daily Zoom or Instagram Live.
Down to the floor.
Up. Keep your team connected to you every day.
Shower.
So you can get away with a Tuesday, Saturday rotation.
Shower.
Every day. Keep
Good job. Everybody is now into our classroom. Good
And
job.
are you having fun?
Plant dance, huh? So everybody, we know our plant dance. We're gonna go over the last day of plants, okay? I'm going to be writing stuff on the board. You guys are going to be answering via chat or raise your hand, okay? I don't want you to unmute until I tell you to unmute. Good job though with your plants song. I'm gonna make sure everybody sees.
even more careful about the words
So
you
I want everybody to type their name in their chat box right now.
because it's not just in a room.
Everybody type their name in the chat box.
Make sure you're careful about what you're saying. Today, I'm going live on Instagram at 2:30. It's not just for WFG,
Where's the
because
sound?
I can't control that.
Find a sound. There we go. Now, everybody type your name. I only see L. Type your name, type your name. Hello, Kyrie. I want you to type your name in the corner, okay? Type your name in the corner so I can see you. Kyrie, it looks like there's two for you, but that's okay. Hi, Jude. Hi, Zeke. Hi, everybody. Welcome to science. Right now, we're talking about plants. I have a few plants that I brought from the Anaheim location. Look at how tall they're growing. Look at this one. This one is Mia, Maisie's, and Jeremy's. This one was Athens, sorry. So we're talking about these plants. First things first, we're going to be drawing. So can everybody take out a blank piece of paper. I'm gonna write on the board and you guys are gonna copy. Okay, everybody take out a white piece of paper and have a pencil. When you're done, you're gonna go like this. Look at your plant. Okay, so the first things first is, what's the first thing? When we're making a flower. So let's start with the basics. So right now this is just a plant, but this is ultimately a sunflower. So at the top, a sunflower is going to grow out of it. So a flower, we see the dirt. Dirt, it's in a cup. So everybody's gonna copy me. I'm gonna use a different pen. Everyone's gonna copy me. We're making a cup with dirt in it. There we go. If you want to color, you guys can color. So there's the dirt right here. We're gonna label this soil. Soil. We're gonna label this right here space. The cup is the space, and in here is the soil. Space. Good. What else do we have? What's inside of the soil? I heard someone said roots. Good. So we're going to draw some roots. Roots. And we're going to label it roots. All right. Then what do we see? What's the long green? What is that called? It brings all the nutritions up. Stem. We have a stem. Doesn't have to be perfect because this one looks a little whoop, whoop, whoop. This is the stem. Good. What else do we see?
Leaves.
I see green leaves. Very good. Leaves. This is a leaf. If it's multiple, there's leaves. When there's multiple. See that? Leaves. I'll do another one. What is at the top? It doesn't have a flower right now, but what will it have at the top? I just said the word.
Flower.
Flower. So it's going to be a sunflower. Woo! That was a little. There we go. It's going to be a sunflower. Good. So this part is the flower petals, but we're going to call it flower right now. Good. What else do we have? Let's take these words down. Roots, space, soil, stem, leaves, flower. Those are our main words, right? So what is a flower? What does a flower do? Can you guys type what the part of a flower and what it's for? What you think it's for? We went over it. The reason why bees like it, the reasons why insects like them.
But I'm excited to be with you. Appreciate the chance to be on this.
Let's see. So we have
To produce.
flower. What do the flowers do? The whole point of flower is for pollination. So the bees come, they get the nectar, they get the honey, and the point of the flower is to produce seeds.
Actually, they don't get the honey. They have to make it. They only get the nectar.
They get the nectar, right? They make the honey.
Yeah, it's not exactly honey. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So they produce seeds right here in the flower. What about the stalk, which is right here, the stem? What is that for?
It's to transfer all the nutrients.
It's supposed to transfer all the nutrients. Good.
Hi, Jason.
Good. The soil.
Hi, dude.
The soil. Why is the soil important? If the stem transfers all the nutrients, where does the nutrients come from? Raise your hand if you know where the nutrients come from. Yes, Cole.
The flower?
So the nutrients have to come up the stem, through the leaves, and to the flower, but where does it come from?
The roots and the soil. The soil.
So the soil, good. This is where the nutrients are.
Jason, don't you know you can unmute yourself?
I don't want you guys to unmute yourself unless you're answering, okay? Because then if you unmute yourself, then it's gonna have an echo, and I don't want an echo. Okay, next. The roots, what do the roots do? What do the roots do?
They transfer all the nutrients to the stem.
They transfer the nutrients to the stem. How do they get the nutrients?
From the soil.
They absorb it.
Absorb it.
What else do they absorb? Starts with a W. In sign language, this is what it is. Who remembers what this is in sign language?
I feel like I know.
Charlene.
Oyster.
Oyster?
No.
Charlene, what does this mean in sign language?
Water.
Water. Good, so I'm gonna put water right here too. What's the last thing? What do we breathe?
Oxygen.
We breathe oxygen. Do plants and flowers breathe oxygen?
No, they technically.
I was gonna say oxygen.
You're gonna say oxygen. Yeah. So plants breathe carbon dioxide.
Yes,
Like
they kind of breathe carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Good. That is what we exhale is carbon dioxide. What we inhale is what?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. So the flowers and plants they breathe in our carbon dioxide and they give us extra.
And then they give us oxygen in return.
Good.
So technically, we're the shop, and we're giving them that, and then their currency is the oxygen.
Exactly. Jason.
You're forgetting one of the most important things about a flower.
What is it? We haven't finished. What is it?
The seed.
The seed. Okay, so the seed is already bloomed. So when you get the water and you get the CO2 and you get the soil, right when you put it in, it starts as a seed and it turns into this plant. This is a plant right now. It's not a flower yet, but it's going to turn into a flower. So there's stages. You're correct. Good job. Yes, Elle.
Can you move, please? I can't see it.
Here we go. All right, what else do we have? So we have water that we put right here. I'm going to make a cloud with raindrops for water. And I'm going to name it water.
You forgot something else too.
We haven't finished yet. Why don't you tell me it, Jason?
It's the sunlight.
Good job, the sunlight. The sun, good job. Do you see the sun, everybody?
Yeah.
The sun, and you're gonna label it. Sun. I wanna make sure, is everybody writing these down? Are you writing this on a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, or a lined paper? All right, so now we're gonna go into more advanced. Now we know the main things. So the stalk is the stem. So it's how it transfers, but it's also how it supports the flower. If this stalk is weak, it'll bend. So this one is telling me that it's time to put it in a new bucket. You see how it's starting to go down? It needs more soil, it needs more water, and it needs a more bigger area. So I'm gonna show you this right now. Ready? So this is the planter I'm going to plant them in. You see how much bigger it is in the cup? I'm gonna put a whole bunch of soil and put each one. There's some in there right now, but there's no soil yet. Because I have all the little plants in here for now. So when it gets bigger, I'll show you guys the growth. Okay, so I'm gonna put a bigger space when they grow.
Hello?
So right now we just have it in a cup,
Oh, okay.
but later I'm
Listen.
going to be putting it in a big area. So it's gonna take this away. And it's gonna, the roots are gonna be able to
Hey,
go
Mama.
like that.
Hello.
Are you sure
Yeah.
you want
You
it?
can put it on top of your computer, but you gotta do it over.
All right, so the stalk is what supports the flower.
I didn't know.
Good. Let's go down to this. The flower has the seeds. Why are the seeds important? Let's do Jason.
The seeds are important because if the seed wasn't there, then the whole flower couldn't grow.
Right, so what is that called? When you plant a seed and flower grows, and then it makes more seeds for more flowers. It
Reducing.
reduces. Close, very close. Reproduces it. Good. Reproduction. That makes it so anytime a bee comes over here and takes any of the pollen right here in the flower, we're going to do pollen. Takes any of the pollen from the flower, that's also taking the seeds that catches onto their back, and they go around to different flowers, reproducing. Good. What about the leaves? We just have leaf. What can we say about the leaves? Let's say L.
Leaves, they get sunlight so that they like soak in the sunlight so that the plants can get energy.
Good, they collect sunlight to create energy. Good job, sunlight. They absorb that, and that also goes into, so every time the leaves absorb that sunlight, it goes to the stem, and it goes up the plant. What about, yes, Jason?
That the plant, what the sun gets the from the plant, it makes the food so it can get energy and grow
Yeah,
bigger.
the sun is a very important part. The light is a very important part to create this food. The food consists of what? Let's go with Jude.
Actually, he like wanted to say that when the flower dies, the seeds like fall out and then recreate a new flower.
Right here, reproduction. Exactly, Jude. So if the flower dies, the seeds are still seeds and they can reproduce. Good job. All right, Athens. So why don't you sit down, and I want to talk about leaves. What else? So they absorb energy, which is one of the 3 things that they need to create food. So light. What else do they need to make this food? What does this say, Jude? Do you want to see this one? So it's light, water, and CO2. So it absorbs the light, the water, and the CO2, and it makes a sugar, right? There's a chemical in here, the chlorophyll, and the chemical creates a sugar, and the sugar is the food. That also goes up and down the stem. Starts right here and ends right here with the seed. Very good, very good. All right, what else about the roots? So we have that it absorbs the nutrients, it absorbs the water. What else does a root do? Where does it grow? Does it grow up or does it grow down?
Down.
It grows down.
Down.
Why does it grow down? Why does it go down? I want to see a hand. I don't see a hand. Why does it grow down? L.
I wasn't raising my hand.
Oh, you weren't raising your hand. Does anybody know why the point of the roots growing down? Let's do Amelia.
Okay. Well, I think that the water has to go down into the roots, so then it goes down. It grows down, which makes the water go down with it into the roots.
Okay,
It will
so
grow.
the way the plant works is that everything goes up, actually. The plant or the roots grow down to make it, because when it's really small, the roots grow down small to absorb the nutrients, but it doesn't stay in that one space. When the top part of the plant grows, so does the bottom half. You see all of the roots? Do you see all the roots? They grow down because they need more soil, and they need to get more water, and they need to get more nutrients, right? So the reason why they grow down is to get more of the things that the plant up here needs. There's also another reason. Can anybody think of it? Jason.
I was gonna say something real quick.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
So if there's no air, water, or sun, the plant couldn't grow.
No,
If there's one of them missing, it couldn't grow.
you're right. So if I were to put this plant right here into the deep, 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 darkest part of a closet, do you think a sunflower will grow?
No.
They need light. It will also not grow if I keep it in the shade. It might grow very slowly, but it won't be this big, successful sunflower. Specifically, every plant and flower is different, but sunflowers really need light. Yes, Amelia?
At a tree at a place close by to my house has an owl living in it.
Ooh, an owl. So that would be some animals that help bring around the pollen, mainly bees for flowers, but for trees, they can make nests. That makes a perfect spot for an owl's nest or bird nests. But birds are also good pollinators, right? So they spread the seeds. Okay, so the point that I was trying to get was the roots go down so it grabs on. If you think of a shoe, your shoe grips, right? When you walk. Certain shoes don't if it's slippery, but some shoes have that grip when they walk. That is what this is. It's the grip. So when it's a really, really windy day, this huge flower has a huge root underneath. It's so that it doesn't blow over, right? The stronger the flower, the better the root, the more sturdy that it will be. So the water that grows down into the soil, roots absorb nutrients and water to grow down. To grow down into the soil. What did you say? Into the soil, so they are sturdy enough and they hold them, they root them in. Have you ever heard of something that's deep rooted? means that it's very deep in there. Yes, Jason.
It's kind of like a building. It's
Kind of like a
stable.
building. So if you have, you're right, if a building does not have a good underneath system, is it gonna collapse?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need the roots, just like a building, to have it to grow. Does anybody else have a question? I saw Joey. What was your question, Joey? I can't hear you. You're covering the microphone. All right, we'll go with Amelia.
Nettles have deep roots.
Deep roots, yes. Good job. Elle, what's your question?
Can you move please again? I can't see.
There you go. All right, Joey, what was your question?
If I already like did part this whole thing except for the pollen.
Except for the pollen. Okay, good job. So today we're going over, it's the last time that we're gonna go over plants today and flowers. So I wanted to make sure. So today's the review day. So what else do we see? So if I go into, so the job of a seed. So now we're gonna talk about the jobs. So we know what they do, but the jobs are similar. So if we're talking about a seed, let's actually go backwards. Let's do the jobs and you guys can guess. I'm gonna do a word bank right here, okay? Can everybody see? Let me see. I'm gonna do a word bank right here. Let's see. Yes, Amelia.
Well, what are we talking about again?
So I'm going to be doing a word bank. So does everybody have this written down? Or are you still working, Elle?
Well, the job of seed, what I think is so another plant can grow in a different place.
Exactly, reproduction. Very good. That is very good. I want to make sure that Elle has this written down before I erase it. So I'm actually going to do it all verbally. So the jobs, I'm going to go over. So this plant part collects the sunlight to make the food. Which part of the plant collects sunlight to make the food? Is it the stem? Is it the roots?
The leaves.
The leaves. Good job, the leaves.
The leaf.
The leaves' job is to collect the sunlight to use to make the plant's food. And what was the food? Those three parts of the food. I want you guys to write in the group chat. Everybody write in the group chat what you think is for the food. Everybody write in the group chat for food. There are three things. They're on the board.
Down.
I want you guys to write them down or type them. Three things that they collect for food, just for the food. Sun, good. The sun is one. Water. What's the last one? To the sun, we have the water and the
Carbon dioxide.
carbon dioxide. Good. We need all of that for this. Plants need all of that for them to make their food, which turns into a sugar. Good. And the next one. This plant part attracts the birds and insects to help pollinate and make seeds. What part of this is there? Let's raise your hand and write it. Raise your hand or type it in the chat right here, okay? Raise your hand or type it in the chat. Troy. Troy.
What?
So,
My question. Are you paying
at the end of
attention?
the day,
What?
we are 100%.
Okay, the question I'm asking you is which part
I know all of
plant
you
attracts the
have
birds
had
and
questions about
insects to
what
help
about rooms
pollinate
and all
and
that.
make seeds?
So we're working with MGM.
I can't hear you.
Okay, your area is too loud, so I have to mute you again. So why don't you type in your answer, okay? Right now you guys are saying the part of the plant that's job is to attract the birds, the insects, the seeds, the bees, in order to pollinate and make seeds? You guys are still typing. Let's see. So you guys, some of you said honey, that's close. Honey attracts, Charlene, these animals, but why are the bees going there? What's the main point? Oh.
Pollen.
For the pollen, good. So the flower. The pollen is on the flower, so it's the flower's job to create the pollen. Good. Good. The next one. So this plant part will grow into a new plant if it gets what it needs. Jason, remember this one? So this plant part, it's not on here because it already grew out of it. So this plant part will grow into a new plant if it gets what it needs.
Someone.
Jason.
Producing.
Yeah, so remember what you it's important that wasn't on here? And to reproduce is a?
Reproducing.
How does it reproduce? What's the little things that are inside the pollen?
This, like.
You remember how, okay, so what did I do? What did I put in this, inside the soil to make it turn into this plant right now? Starts with an S.
Carpet, no. Soil.
What was it?
Soil.
Yeah, I had to put soil in, but what did I put in the soil to make the plant?
Water.
Okay, yes, water as well. What's the last thing that I had to do?
Sun.
Okay, yes, sun. But I didn't put the sun in, I just put it in a sunny area. What did I put in? A little object that's like this big. Starts with an S.
Seed.
Seed, good. It's the seed's job. It is the seed's job to, this is the part of the plant that will grow into a new plant. So it's the seed's job for the plant to grow. Let's do the next one. I'm gonna mute someone because somebody's knocking. All right, the next one. This plant part grows around the seeds. So we didn't talk about what's gonna grow around the seeds, but think, if it's not gonna turn into a flower, or it can, think of something that's edible that would go around. What is that called, around a plant? This plant part grows around the seeds and animals and people eat it. L.
Nectar.
Nectar, that is actually in a beehive. There's a nectarine. Actually, no, nectarines and tangerines are on trees. But trees, so what was that called? It starts with an F, R-U-I-T. Jason.
Syrup.
Syrup? No.
Well, like
syrup a different way. With
sap.
sugar.
Sap.
Sap is on some certain trees. So it's fruit. So fruit grows around plants. Okay, so the next one. The plant part that anchors the plant into the ground, that collects the water and minerals from the soil. Raise your hand if you think you know. Let me repeat. This plant part anchors the plant into the ground and collects water, minerals from the soil. Jude.
Roots.
What was it? Roots. Good.
Roots.
Exactly. And lastly, this plant part supports the plant and helps carry the water and the minerals and the food up to the plant, to the flower. Let me repeat. This part of the plant supports the plant and helps carry water and minerals and food up the plant. Let's do, I wanted someone new. If you haven't spoke, I'm gonna call on you. I'm gonna call on Charlene. This plant part supports the plant and helps to carry water and minerals and food to the plant. What do you think the answer is? You're muted. Can you unmute, Charlene? There you go.
15% is just a wild.
It's the stem. Good, Farah. The stem. It takes everything that you get down here in the roots and all the way up. And it distributes it through the leaves and in the plants. The leaves are what take in the sunlight. So it's just the water and minerals that travel to right here. And then the sun goes from the top. Good. All right, so we're gonna do a word bank. So I'm gonna erase this on the board. We're gonna do a little fill in the blank, okay? We're gonna go sentence by sentence, but I'm gonna have all of the words on the board. All right, so the words are carbon dioxide. So I'm gonna say CO2 is carbon dioxide, okay? Oxygen is O2. Food. Air. Breathe. And photosynthesis. Can you guys finish this word? Tell me how you finish spelling photosynthesis. I want you guys to type it. Type it, type it, type it. So we got carbon dioxide, oxygen, food, air, breathe, photo. How do you spell photosynthesis? I want all of you guys to type it in for me. Photosynthesis. Good. I see a few of you.
Yeah.
I see a few of you. Yes, Athens, you can go to the bathroom. Thank you for talking or telling me. How do you spell photosynthesis? Okay, Jason or Joey, I'm going to call on you. How do you spell photosynthesis? F-O-T-O. How do I spell it? S? S-N or S-N? What else?
T-H.
T-H.
E-S-I-S.
Very good. Photosynthesis. Good. So this is your word bank. All right, Joey, let's not scream, please. Good job. Photosynthesis. So I'm going to be writing on the board. You guys are going to fill in the blank. So talking about plants and how people and plants each other. People bring.
Can I use the restroom?
Yes, you can go to the bathroom. People. Yes, Jason.
Can I go to the restroom too?
Yes. If you guys have to go to the bathroom, you can type in the chat. Good job. All right, so people breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Oxygen is O2. Carbon dioxide is CO2. All right? Plants need carbon dioxide for, let's see.
O2, breathe out CO. Or oxygen.
What do plants need carbon dioxide for what? To make their own food. For what? What are we gonna, here's your word bank. Think of the word bank and I'm gonna come to you. Type in your answer or raise your hand. Plants need carbon dioxide for blank to make their own food. So why do plants need carbon dioxide? I'm going to call on, yes, Jude. There's 2 Judes in my classroom, so the one that was raising her hand. I don't think that your volume is connected because I can't hear you. Do you want to type it in the group chat? Oh, I hear you now. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna ask Amelia.
Hey.
So plants need CO2 for blank to make their own food.
What is it?
For photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis to make their own food. Correct, teacher?
Yeah, that is correct. Photosynthesis. Down, photosynthesis is the #1 answer. So 1, photosynthesis. Okay, the next one is, so when people talk to their plants, they really do help them grow because they're giving them blank. So I'm going to scratch off photosynthesis because we already did that one. People talk to their plants.
People talk to their plants.
They really do help them.
Really do help them.
Because they are giving them.
Which one of these? When you talk. We breathe in oxygen.
Blank. What are they giving them?
Carbon dioxide.
So raise your hand if you have your answer. Amelia.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. So people talk to their plants. They really do help them because they are giving them oxygen or carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen. What do we breathe out, Elle?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Good. So the second answer is CO2, carbon dioxide. So Amelia, when we breathe out, we are exerting carbon dioxide. When we breathe in, we're breathing in oxygen. It's opposite for plants. So plants breathe in carbon dioxide and they exert oxygen. Good job. All right, so that's answer #2 is CO2. #3, people help plants have what they need to make their own blank. We're gonna cross out CO2. So let me say it again. People help plants
Showing what time it is.
People help plants have what they need to make their own. All right, what are we gonna put right here? Amelia.
Food.
People help plants have what they need to make their own food. Good.
Correct.
That is correct. So what do people give them to give them food?
All I can say is that it's 103.
One of the three is carbon dioxide. What's the other one?
No, I said it's 1:03 o'clock.
1:03 o'clock. Okay. So this will be the last one. So
Right.
to make their food is carbon dioxide, water, and soil. People give them their soil and carbon dioxide and water, so it helps them grow. All right, good job. If you guys have any questions, stay and ask me. The rest of you guys can go. Your homework is to get a Google Classroom. Does anybody have a question? Raise your hand. No? Nobody's got a question? All right. Amelia, what's your question?
Well, I want to say something that we kept hearing an owl hoot one time, and it wasn't there. We looked at it in our, we didn't find it in our eucalyptus tree.
Oh. Very cool. Okay. Bye, you guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Your homework is to log on.
Thank you.